Hello.
Hey.
Hello and welcome to my very, very first podcast. Hopefully my first podcast out of 100. Let's see how it goes.
10,582.
10,500 until I reach the million. And I'm very happy
Absolutely.
to have you here as my first.
I'm so happy
My
to be
first guest
here
ever.
as your first guest, for sure.
It's so amazing. Like 2 or 3 days ago, we've been walking down the street talking about business, and we're like, we should record it. It's
Absolutely.
such a good conversation, and we really should record it. And now we're sitting here in a really nice studio from one of your friends.
Yes.
And how like the
She's from JCI, and the space is Cove C, and
Yeah.
it's a lovely cafe, co-working space for everyone here. I love how the ambience is. Like, this is one of my first times in a proper podcast studio.
Yeah, mine too. Mine
yes,
too.
it's
And it's very
amazing.
nice. And you can book it, so very, very comfortable. So if you've ever been in Bangkok, or if you ever go to Bangkok, go here. It's very, very nice. And thanks that we can do our podcast here.
Yes,
And then
absolutely.
everything was so spontaneous, and now we're here. And I'm
We
a
were
little
just
bit
discussing it yesterday, and
nervous.
then suddenly we do have a space, and now we are here.
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
That's very good. I'm a little bit nervous, so if my English is a
Same,
bit
same.
fast, you can do the podcast on 0.5x. So that's your problem, not my problem anymore.
Wow, that's very candid.
I'm so nice, right?
Absolutely.
That's my personality. Maybe introduce yourself a little bit, that everyone knows who you are, and that would be nice.
So, hello everyone. This is Tushar Tayal. I'm from JCI India. I'm a young change maker, global change maker, and founder and CEO at Experience Travel India Private Limited. But okay, like there's a lot of professional things that we can add on to it. But I call myself a capitalist monk. So why capitalist monk? Capitalist because of course I'm hungry for success, ambition, money. But there's a side to it which needs fulfillment. So the monk side. And I've realized that life is somewhere in between capitalist
Yeah.
monk. So yeah, that's pretty much who I am. And rest we'll get to know throughout the podcast.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I hope so. I hope so
Yes.
because I prepared, or not me.
I'm like an onion. The layers would
Yeah.
keep on falling down. Yes.
Perplexity has prepared amazing questions.
Okay, perplexity.
With my input, obviously, but I can. I have really good questions prepared. I think one of the most interesting questions, because you have a travel company, right?
Yes.
Because you told me one of our first meetings that you love traveling, and you make traveling, which is actually your purpose, to a business. And
Yes.
how come that? Have you ever had the moment where you were like, okay, now it's time to make it a business? Or was it like an ongoing process? Or when did you decide to like, okay, this is what I'm going through and going in and do it right now?
Okay, so absolutely unfiltered, candid answer to this. Well, travel idea was never supposed to be a business. What happened is I have been traveling myself a lot, so definitely I'm still passionate about traveling. As soon as I passed my high school, because I studied so much in my high school, I was absolutely like, okay, what do I do now? I'm just so free. Like, of course, I have the college starting soon, but as of now, I don't have anything to do. So I'm like, okay, I have been doing it for myself, my family, like helping with the travel plans and helping solve the travel problems. So why not do it for others? So I just posted a random Instagram story that, okay, in case somebody is looking for any itinerary planning, helping, or something like that, then just reach out to me. I did it for 7 days straight. First 6 days, nobody responded. From 7 days, then people started responding. But again, it was not a business. I would say it was made a business by my people who started taking help because they started just valuing it themselves. That, okay, you are doing this help for me. So yeah, take this. I never asked for money at that point of time. So yeah, it just happened by itself.
It just
It's a process.
You just need to do like a little step, and then
Yes.
you need to see if there's a market.
Yes.
People will come to you and ask you.
So if you're solving a problem, I think the market values you somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I have more questions prepared.
Yes, yes.
Also, if you have another question to me, ask me,
100%.
and I try to answer in my very specific, very good English skills. So I think which is also very interesting is has traveling changed since you have a traveling business? So because you said that there was a purpose, right? And then actually when you do something because it makes fun to you,
Yes,
it's more a hobby.
correct.
And you enjoy it more like a hobby. I have it now when I do work and travel here in Thailand, and it's pretty hard for me to really decide what is work
Yes.
and what is travel, and not to be with your laptop 24/7 everywhere. Do you have anything or any kind of like, how do you do it?
So you're asking me if traveling has changed for me since it has become a
Yes.
business? Well, completely a whole lot different level. Like initially, I was more behind like, okay, I want to see more and more places. I want to like my traveling style was also more like a tourist. Now it's more like I want to be as local as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because also as a local, I get to understand much beyond what the usual tourist sees. So, for example, if we talk about Thailand, of course, I know that we need to go to Bangkok. There's this Icon Siam Lovely Mall there. I can go to Chao Phraya River cruise or something, right? But when I come here as a local, I know which particular market is best for the best street food.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just went with JCI to Samut Songkhram, and I found a lovely train market up there. We have never suggested Samut Songkhram to somewhere like someone from abroad. So it has changed a lot. Also, now I'm often looking for things like what would I say to my client,
Mm-hmm.
like something different than other people won't say. So yeah, it has changed from like just tourist kind of experience to more analytical. How has it been for you? Like I can see that you are a very passionate traveler yourself.
I do.
So
I am.
what's your traveling style?
My traveling style, I do really like to enjoy the time like a local, if you say the
Yes.
same. So I do like go to co-working spaces. I do like going to a bar which I just pass by and not like searching for everything and do Google research and make like Google Maps reviews and be like, oh, this is good, this is good, this is good.
Yes.
So I just like to walk. I love to walk, you know.
Of course, of course.
You know, I wanted to
Yes.
do a 2 hour walk in the night of Bangkok. Good that we didn't do it. But I think if you're walking instead of like going by taxi everywhere, you see a lot of different parts, a lot of maybe the street next to the main street, which you have
Yes.
never seen. And then there's there's a small restaurant, bar, people. For example, when I was in Chiang Rai, I decided to walk back like it was an hour walk.
Okay.
And I've been walking through streets where people live.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of these women, she was like, I don't know, like put water on her flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I stand there and we had a little discussion about like what's
Wow.
going on. Her son comes and we had a talk about like what I'm doing there, what's their favorite food, blah blah blah. And this is what makes me like feel good when I'm traveling. I like to
That's
get in touch with
amazing.
them.
Well, you do have an eye for details that way.
Yeah.
And also you wait to pause and reflect and talk to people, understand what they're doing. That's really
Yeah.
nice. That's very impressive.
Not always wear headphones.
Yes.
Like be there. I think that is very, very important.
That's amazing.
And I love traveling a lot. I love the different cultures, and I think it's very, very interesting how different cultures make different businesses. Too, like we've talked about it because I
Yes.
told you I'm actually a very punctual person. Today I was maybe a little bit late, but you were like, no, don't make any stress about it. It's
Yes.
totally fine. And in Germany we have, for example, this kind of you need to be punctual, you need to be there, and if you're not
Yes.
punctual, it's not good, and you're stressed. And I do like that different cultures have different ways of
Looking at the time.
looking
So-
at different things.
Yeah. So, like, again, like, for example, in the Asian culture here, like, even in India or in Thailand, like, it's people do try to be punctual. They are punctual in a lot of ways, but also, like, we take it easy in case something has passed by. So, it has gone. So, now we just live at the moment, make the best out of it. So, I think, yeah, that's different cultures. That way. So, see, like, I'm in the travel industry and then I have talked about travel. But you, as a passionate traveler, and based on what you do, can you describe me more like how they have been aligning with each other?
You mean my job and my
Yes.
traveling? I think the good thing of my job, because I'm doing social media management for
Mhm.
small brands, is that I actually can work from everywhere because I can
Amazing.
schedule, I can cut videos from everywhere. But I've just found out that it's not that easy. How it's like, oh, I can work from everywhere because then my clients from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a 6 hour difference between Thailand and Germany, which makes communication very, very hard.
Yep.
So I really thought about like, okay, I need to make a system for my communication process. So I now to try to invent every Friday I want to do like little newsletters to my clients.
Okay.
Where like some new updates from social media are in and like greetings for the weekend, because I think it's so important to have a really good system for communication. And also like the other things, I think it's very, 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 like I said before, it's very important to separate work and travel. Because when I just came here and I was like, oh, I can do everything, and I bring my laptop and I go in a
Yes.
coffee shop and
I
then I
always
work a
think
little
like
bit.
that and never happens.
Yeah, and it's not good when you put like, I think a hot take maybe, but I think if you're working in a coffee shop, it's like, if it's not a co-working space, it's really a
Yes.
coffee shop. You can't do deep work. You
True.
always get distracted by
True
people.
that.
You get distracted by the ambience.
It's good for socializing, networking, finding more
Yeah,
opportunities. But
and
if
do some
they're deep
mails
work,
maybe. Yeah, do some
yes.
mails. Maybe do 1 or 2 tasks. But if you
Thank
really
you for
need to
making me
be,
feel normal. I thought I'm the only weird person who cannot really work in a
I think it's not. I think it's not possible to
coffee shop.
really do like really build
Yes.
systems and really go deep into a
Correct.
topic when you're working here. And this is why, like for example, when I was in Shanghai, I was searching for a hotel with a co-working space in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the only person in this co-working space the whole
Yeah.
day.
But
That was
again, I
good.
think the one good part about working in coffee shops or co-working spaces is when we are traveling, our primary focus is also not deep work most of the times. It's finding as many people, connecting with them, finding more opportunities. So that way, again, I feel like it's a great thing to do. But deep work, we would possibly do it back late at night
Yes,
from our
yes,
hotel room.
yes. I do like it more
Yeah,
than
yeah,
to,
yeah.
and then to separate and to really think like, okay, now I'm going into a coffee shop. Now I'm going to go into a restaurant,
Right.
because I had one moment which changed literally everything the last month or the last weeks. It was I booked myself a 6-course menu,
Okay.
and because I love good food, and I was like, I do want to have a dinner with myself, and I celebrated. And then I sat
That's
there.
amazing.
I had this dinner. It was very good, but I had a deadline coming up, so I was sitting there literally with this very nice food and my laptop next to me.
Wow.
And this was the moment I was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm like so behind. I'm
Yeah.
like doing everything next to each other.
And also, we cannot
This
be mindful
mixed up.
anywhere that way.
Hmm?
We cannot be mindful anywhere that
No,
way,
you can't
either
be.
on the surroundings
Yes.
or on the food or on the work.
And it's very disrespectful to the chef,
Yes.
because he's like cooking there and he's like preparing the food for you and coming, and if it's everything good, and then it was a little bit too spicy for me, he made me complete another dish. So he's really caring, and you're like, oh, I need to work, and you work, I need to
Yeah.
and then you don't be focused on the work, and you don't be focused on what you eat, and then you don't live consciously. You just you do it, and time goes by and you have nothing actually
Yeah.
achieved in the end. So that's pretty I've never thought about, like, when I've heard of work and travel, I always thought like, oh, that's so nice, it would be easy, I can do it. And obviously sometimes I have a little bit like my ego is telling me I can do it,
Yeah.
obviously. And then it's not working. So, but I think if you have better systems, if you found out that it's the way to go and you want to travel and work, you need to find solutions about it.
So true.
I have another question, because Perplexity that has made like many questions.
All due credits to Perplexity. All due credits
Oh,
to
my
Perplexity.
credit. I've learned, like, I was using ChatGPT
Yes.
at first, and then I've met a person in the beginning of my journey, and he was like, girl, don't use ChatGPT anymore. Like, put it in the trash. Like, maybe for like creative work,
Yeah.
but if you want to do research and like,
Perplexity it is.
then it's Perplexity. So I found a really good news. No, guys, maybe we can dive a little bit into the AI topic,
Okay.
because it's also very
Yeah, for
interesting,
sure.
even though
It's
it's not on my
always-
plan.
No, but it's definitely important. Definitely taking all of our lives all over the place.
Yeah.
Making business either easier for some people, more difficult for some people, depending on how skilled they are.
Yes. Do you have a favorite AI which you are using for your business, or which you are trying to tell your employees that this is the AI they should use? Or do you have maybe calendars or planning or whatever? Do you use
So,
AI in it?
yeah, I think for us, there is no one particular AI app that we would love to use. We switch too often. Actually, the thing is, like, I personally believe that AI is as good as it does the work that I want it to do. So, like, for example, if it's automation, then Zapier is great for some automation tasks. In case it's about creative work, then of course ChatGPT is doing great. Copywriting, Casper AI. There's one like that. Descript.
Descript, yes.
Yes, Descript
Yes.
is doing great, and copywriting, research, as you said, Perplexity. So I think I do need an app like that which can use all of the AI apps
Yes.
and just choose the best one to do whatever it's best
Yes.
in.
I think because it's developing so fast, you need to be
Correct.
aware of the market
Correct.
everywhere, because like a year ago, ChatGPT was
And
like
the FOMO
there,
is real.
and
Like,
now
I
there's something
know
else.
that research is best in perplexity.
Yeah.
And if I still use ChatGPT, then I feel like an old school already.
Yeah.
Even though both are so new. Like, we're
Yes.
still talking about AI.
What do you think of people who are like not using AI because they're afraid of, or do you think they should use it, or do you think you can go around AI?
Well, I would say I think it's okay as long as they are okay with it, but they should be concerned because they might not be okay with it after some point of time. I think it's same like not having a mobile phone at this day. Right, so people were using telephones. You can still use telephones until now, but if I don't have a mobile phone now, just imagine my life.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll be so slow as compared to other people.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you a call once I'm back home.
Yes.
Right, so it's just like that. Everybody is finished with their emails and you are still drafting the same email
Yeah.
that you were drafting 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. That's right. So definitely we agree to use AI. Or
Yes.
maybe not like get full into
Yes.
it if you're a little bit afraid of.
Yeah.
But slowly
Need to open the doors for
Yes,
it.
yes.
That okay, I'm at least open to learn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start learning it now. I may use it after 1 year. That's okay. But being close to it, that okay, I'm
Yeah.
afraid of it. It's gonna bite you even if you don't want it.
Yes,
That's
I
about
told
you.
I showed my mother because
Yes.
she wanted we do a renovation for our living room, and I showed her how she can ask ChatGPT and make photos and like how can I design this room, and
Yeah.
now she's like doing pictures and
Yeah.
ask ChatGPT for some inspiration, and then it makes a picture.
Our
and it's
parents are
very
much
funny.
more excited to use the AI than us.
Yeah, and it's so funny because she's like, "Wow!" and for you, it's like really normal because you do it, like, you use it every day.
My
but-
mother is also same.
like-
You know, like when I am sick, initially she always uses her past experience of like how to treat a child, right? Now you're like, okay, what symptoms do you have? I'll ask ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT has asked you to take this medicine.
I think some
I'm like,
doctors do
that's,
this too. I don't know when I meet medicine students, they always tell me like, I think I would just use ChatGPT. And I'm like, shit, when I'm sick.
Oh my
no.
God. I don't trust you anymore.
No. I don't trust the health system. Just
This
not
is
get sick.
interesting.
Are you a person who gets sick often?
When I'm just too stressed or work too much, just completely compromising my health, then yes.
Yeah.
Then yes. How about you?
I'm not. I think it's very how you said as well. It's really about the stress level.
Yes.
It's really about like because I can work from home, so if I
Correct.
feel very bad a day and my body's not feeling like up, I don't need to force it. I don't need to go
Correct.
out. I can just work from home, do maybe a little bit less, work another day a little bit more. Also, because I'm a woman, we have a different cycle, right? And there's some days in this cycle where I just try not to die and it's impossible for me to work, but I know these days, and so
Yes.
I can plan around and make like, okay, these 3 days, even it's like Monday, Tuesday,
Yes.
Wednesday, I just do some emails and get the rest prepared.
But I think that's a really healthy way to look at it.
Yeah.
Especially like thinking about it is one thing, but actually executing it is one thing.
But that's my freedom of being self-employed. I have many people who are lots of self-employed,
Yes.
and then they have the problem, especially as girls. Also as boys, you have also sometimes you wake up and you feel like I can't be productive. I can maybe do a little bit.
That's one thing, but even if you're self-employed, for example, like I'm also privileged enough to take a leave, like if I wish to, because like I can delegate work. But the effort to like take the day off, because sometimes it puts you into a guilt trip also, that I should not have taken that day off. So just to fight that, also I think it's a big thing that we as a generation is
Yes.
coping with.
Yes. It's always you have always a bad feeling about taking this day off.
Correct. You sleep and then you are just guilty of sleeping. I think that's not the best pattern that we are living with. But that's very true as well.
My grandmother always told me, like, when I slept very long, until 12 or something, she always be like, your body needed it. And I think this is important to be.
Your body needed it.
Yeah,
Yes.
to think about, like, of course, if you're self-employed, you have a little bit more. You have more free, but you also need to have more structure because
More structure.
you can literally. I'm not a morning person at all, so I wake up and like, oh, I don't know, maybe I don't feel that good, and then I'm going to bed again, and this is not what I can do every day. So I really need to be like, okay, this is the time of the month. Okay, I can do these days because I prepared my work or delegate some. But it's not possible.
I
to
think
just
that's
wake
a
up.
very important distinction between what our body needs and what our mind is seeking.
Yeah.
So because, for example, if we are already well rested, but our mind is saying like it's okay to rest for 10 more minutes, that's a mind playing with us.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just the body which actually needs rest. So in that case, yeah, good to go.
You told me a few days ago that you are doing meditation.
Yes.
Is this what you do? Also, because we're talking about the mind
Yes.
thing. When you feel stressed in your mind, but you feel like your body is rested, do you do meditation then?
I'd say I do meditation when I feel the most robotic. I get into complete automation if I'm working too much. That I become so robotic, I lose touch with myself. I lose touch with humanity in that way. So meditation grounds me. Then, when I'm the most stressed, I don't even know what stress is because I cannot feel stress.
Okay.
But it's just difficult to pause the body. You know, like I'm running on gear number 6 and it's just running. But I don't know how to, press the brake.
Yeah.
It's like brakes are failed. So
Like breathe a
meditation,
little bit.
yeah. So meditation helps me to ground me and then just to get back to a baseline which is still peaceful.
Yeah, I think that's
Yes.
That's right.
Otherwise, I might be just sitting on a sofa and just cursing myself for not doing anything.
Yeah, and then you do, because I find when my brain is overwhelmed, I get into more overwhelming stuff.
More overwhelming
I have
stuff.
like I open Instagram and then I go
Yeah.
in this hole because it feels like resting, but
Correct.
it's the complete opposite.
Our brain is full of illusions.
Yes, that's very interesting too. Like sometimes I have a little problem with being a social media manager and also
Yes.
fight against social media in some way, right? Because you see people everywhere in when you walk the streets, when you are in the train, you see people like literally sitting there and don't get anything. And sometimes I think like, dude or girl, read a book. I try to, like, since I did a little coaching in September because I lost the connection between me and my work level, because I worked like I studied, I had a full-time job and I was self-employed in this time, and I had the JCI thing too, and then I had a little coaching about my health, and we found out, okay, Angie, you should read more, you should rest
more.
and read and go into your own world and have like getting more creative again.
Yes.
This changed a lot, so I can highly recommend people to read.
Read paper books?
Yes.
Read paper books, yes. I also believe in reading paper books, also because just some time off the screen does something to our brain we don't know, but does something great.
I think if you're working with your laptop, if you're maybe working in a construction worker, you can have a Kindle. But if you're looking the whole day on a screen,
it's so bad we have Wi-Fi's even on the planes now. Otherwise, the best place to rest your brain
is the
plane.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing even that you can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. So
I love being in the plane, just watching outside. I do not really like watching movies on the plane, to be honest, because I don't know, it's like
I don't want screen time anymore on the plane. So that's why I also don't ever open the entertainment. Sometimes I play games.
Yeah, there's Monopoly going on there.
And then I send requests to random people with random seat numbers. And sometimes they accept.
Nice.
I'm like, okay, I don't know you, but we're playing Monopoly together.
I love playing games. I especially like, I love playing poker, right? But when I came to Thailand, I found out that playing poker is not legal here. So I needed to find a solution, and I started playing chess in the beginning. I found out how bad I am.
In chess?
Because, yes, I thought I'm actually okay, but I'm really bad in chess. But this is so crazy. Like when I was in Chiang Mai, like literally everywhere was a chess board. And it's so cool because sometimes you just meet people and you play chess. Like I've met random people in a coffee, and then I was like looking at the chess table. Like there was some of these tables where this board was. And then people looked at me while I was looking at the chessboard, and then we found out, okay, we can play a round of chess. And then you play chess with random people and you lose. Like I lose, I lost. Wow. But
it's okay to lose as long as we are still playing.
What do you think? Do you think life is more like poker or life is more like chess?
Wow, that's an amazing question.
I'm reading a book about it. That's why
an amazing question. I love this. Give me some time to think on this.
Yes, I do. I have a little of my.
So life is more like chess or life is more like poker?
I can introduce you in the poker rules maybe real quick if you're.
No, I'm well aware with the poker.
Not good to tell here maybe. You told me. They told me because they told me it's not allowed to have playing cards or to play playing cards. But you can remove the king, they said, and then it's allowed, and I believed.
Can I say it's more like chess without any rules?
Which means like you can't walk or.
There is no rules like the horse has to run 1.5 or whatever. The elephant has to go straight. It can break rules sometime, like somewhere in the middle.
So you mean it's more like chess, but what
But
makes
without
it more
any
like
rules.
chess then?
More like chess because, of course, you can still strategize, but your strategize can fail because not everybody will follow the rules.
Okay.
Okay,
Get
so
it?
you
Yeah.
do expect that, okay, you are moving the elephant straight, so your opponent will also move the elephant straight.
Yes.
So opponent is not a person, it's not a community, it's no one, but it's life.
Yeah.
And this is our soul, the white, and the black could be the life, right? So we think that, okay, we are playing elephant straight, so life will also play elephant straight, but life is not.
Yeah. And then you need to switch your.
And then we need to switch our position as well.
Yes.
So I'd say it's more like chess, but without any rules.
That's a
Life
good
does not
answer.
have any rules.
Very, very interesting one. Very interesting one.
But we try to bound ourselves with certain rules, which might or might not work out. And when it does not work out, then we say that, okay, life's not working out.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's your
that's a
take
good
on it?
answer.
Because you have been
I'm
reading on it.
definitely would say it's poker.
More poker,
Yeah, because
more destiny.
the book I'm reading right now is very interesting about it. It's meaning that, and this is the same with poker, you can do the right decision. You have maybe 80% chance to win this hand if you do this exact move, but you have still this 20% of luck. It can be it can be this 20% and the other ones is winning. Even you did the right decision, and I think this is very important for life. You can have right decisions, but the wrong solution, or not solution, the wrong ending.
In poker, for you, is it your own strategy which is more important, or is it the communication
Do you mind the communication with the other person? No.
with the other opponents on the table?
I think poker is 50-50 about math and think of what your opponent think.
Yeah.
So it's less about communication. You don't need really to communicate. Actually, it's pretty hard to communicate.
Yes.
On a poker table. But I think you always need to be like, okay, what is the other one thinking? And to also think like, for example, when I play with people who are not good,
Okay.
it's very hard to play them because they don't have any strategy. And so you need to go in the brain from someone who's just playing for fun.
Just playing for fun.
Which means they play much more hands. They play much more, like they call a lot
Yes.
because they're like not getting the
Correct.
right terms of math and this. And then you have to switch into the other person's mind. And I think this is very important for life too, because actually as a salesperson or when you solve problems for clients, you always need to think of what is the other person's willing.
True.
And then you can put your strategy based on this.
Correct.
Yeah, that's my tag.
That's wonderfully. That's wonderfully put. Like when I play poker, I have always been more inclined towards like how to make the other person lose without before they lose.
You want to like do you like the mind games about
I like the mind games more,
Yeah.
especially with poker.
Yeah.
Because I realize that whatever strategy I have used, like it never works, but the mind games always work.
Yeah, that's not always,
me-
but
for-
it's,
for me,
yeah,
it has
that's
always
good.
worked.
That's good.
Yes.
I think really like to end this poker topic.
Yes.
It's I just love in poker you can say I did the right decision.
Yes.
Even though I lost.
Yes.
And this is something which you need to learn in life. You do right decisions, even though sometimes it doesn't work out.
Sometimes
There's
it
still
doesn't
luck.
work out.
There's still luck. So life is not walking the same way you want it.
So true.
Move on. I have a question which I was founding. Founding? Founding is not a word, right?
Founding. Yeah, founding is a word. Oh, you were founding? No.
No, not founding is not the word. Founding. Maybe I found.
No worries. None of
we
our.
had a business idea. Maybe we found this one. We can share it here too. Okay, I have a question because I think sometimes we've talked about strategy and you
Yes.
can play everything right and you can decide and blah blah blah. But oftentimes you lose. You fail. You took risk. You failed. You do it again. That's when you do it good. Like don't be like tired.
Yes.
Don't be sad. There's a German. I think it's the same in English, which means like if you fall, you get up, you put your
Yes.
crown on, and then bam.
I think one problem with our generation that way is we draw conclusions too often.
We do
So
what?
like we draw conclusions very very quickly. So for example, when we fail once, we draw a immediate conclusion that okay, this does not work. Right. So I think well said from your side that we should just get up and keep trying. But anyway, let's go to your question.
It's actually about this topic too. So, what has been your most painful business failure on your road? And is there a story or is there any learning you have out of it? Did you conclude maybe too early? Did you not? What did you do about it?
Okay.
Take your time.
My most painful business failure, I would say, I think it's from Travel Idea itself. Back in 2020, so I started 2019.
Bangkok, yeah.
But 1 year down the line, that I was connected with few suppliers. It was COVID also. We had hired our first office, first few employees, so I already had fixed expenses. COVID hit, and most of our suppliers, like they just vanished. So there was a lot of liability on my head. And that was a very tricky decision for me whether to keep going or just, like declare bankrupt or something. But it's just too early to declare bankrupt. And also, I was still a university student, having the usual university troubles, relationship failures, blah, blah, blah. So it was really painful because I was not even drinking alcohol back then to soothe me. It does not soothe me anyway, but yeah, it was just one of the firsts that I encountered, and I did not know how to deal with it because it's just so new.
Yeah.
So I did draw quick conclusions that okay, I should not have trusted some people. I should have been more systematic, and all of those things. But there were some really important learnings that came out of from that failure. Number one, touch wood, I'm still here. The business is still here. So we did pass that phase, even though it was painful. Number two, the learnings were not something that I can put on quotations. The learning has been inside me as an energy. So even if I don't say it, I am much more resilient. Now, even if I get the same level of problem,
Like,
my reaction would be very different.
Yeah,
So it's not something to quote. Yeah, I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, things happen. We'll sort it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more calmer. So I think that's how the learnings shape us. Sometimes people say that, okay, what did you learn out of it? But there is no statement or sentence to give it to it.
This is a problem I have sometimes because sometimes
Yes.
I go through problems and then in the end I faced it and I've gone over it and then I'm
Yes.
like, can I say a sentence about what I really learned? And then I'm like, no. And even though it's not, you don't have a problem, solve it and then you're better. It's more that you have a problem, you solve it, and you solve it for months.
Correct.
You don't, because it's
Yes.
a lot of times, because for example, now I told you it's about the communication thing with my
Yes.
clients. So I found out, okay, I have this communication problem. Clients think that I need to communicate a little bit more and more with them, not telling me like we need to do it like this and this and this. So I'm getting more into this.
Yes.
So I'm now trying to set systems. I'm now doing this and this, but still I haven't found the perfect solution. And still, it's not like I say to them, oh, I'm now better in communication. They're like, oh, yeah.
Yes.
So you have to, even though I found it out and I'm like, trying to work on it, it will maybe take a year to really master this
Yeah, but there
problem.
is no perfect point that we can target.
Yeah.
Like if I try to set a milestone for myself that, okay, this is how Tushar can be a perfect businessman.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a process that we keep on going with. So, yeah, like every painful business failure, so as to say, I don't have a perfect, like I have no list or bullet points that, okay, this is something that I won't do next time. I think that's what has helped me also. Otherwise, it would have been conclusionary statements that, okay, if you do this, you fail. If you do this, you succeed. But from my experience, life hasn't been like this. What I did and failed, you could do the same thing and succeed.
Yes, yes.
Right?
It's always about like trying, I guess, and trying, and then
Yes.
even if it's not working out, then try it again, or try it a slightly different way.
Slightly different way, possibly,
And
yes.
Again.
Yes.
And
Also, that experience that you have gained, like now we are talking about communication skill. So even without, putting it in bullet pointers, you are Angelina 2.0 now.
Yeah.
Right? So Angelina
Hopefully.
2.0, yes. So Angelina 2.0 has different communication style, even if it looks the same.
Yeah.
because that's still you, but with a
With another awareness
with
of
a
it.
different
Yeah.
awareness.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's well
For
said.
example, I sometimes think that I am when I'm in a communication with somebody, I have this thing to I have things in mind I want to say, and then I speak it, and then the other one is not done with talking, and so I like to interrupt people. Like I don't like it, but I do.
Yes.
And this is a thing I need to, or I'm working on since almost a year. And I'm always, when I'm like interrupting a person, I'm always like, shit, I
No,
did
but
it
that's
again.
the awareness, I think.
But that's the awareness. But you still haven't solved the problem, and I think it's very important also for younger people
Possibly it's not a problem at all.
that you need a process. Yeah, maybe.
Possibly it's not a problem at all.
People sometimes tell me
Yeah.
they don't recognize it, but I recognize it. But it's a me thing, and yeah,
How easy for you is to let go?
not good, not good. I'm really thinking a lot of things. Like when I did the yoga retreat after exactly I had this day when I've been like with my 6-course menu and
Yes.
the laptop, and then in this evening I was just crying. I was like, a lot of pressure was on. I was like, I need to stop it. I need to stop it right now, and to really have no work at all and nothing at all for a week, and just get my mind back. And then I did the yoga retreat, which was really nice because I had the possibility.
Okay, that's nice.
You have something? You have a, you're
No.
like doing this, and
No,
I
I'm
can
just
see your,
I'm just listening. I'm
I
just
can
listening.
see your question. Okay,
Yeah.
because this was very interesting because the first day I arrived, and then we had the yoga lesson from like in the evening, and I cried the
Oh
whole
my
yoga because
God.
I was so relieving to really let go the stress and let go the pain and let go everything. Wow. That I cried after or in the middle until the end of the yoga session, because I felt like first time I can let go the stress.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm always like really
That sounds.
getting it, and I want to get better. I want to get better. That's why I'm always over reflecting. Sometimes I write a lot of things down, and then I reflect myself, and I want to now be a different person.
Different person.
That's what we just talked about. It's
Yes.
not like this. It's not like this, and you need to breathe and say like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Now that's a really good way to look at this. And indeed, I would say I think letting go is one of the most difficult things to do.
Are you good at it?
I won't say so. No, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, the awareness is there that I need to be good at it for my own good, not because somebody is asking me to. As I said, like I become very robotic sometimes. So letting go is also like just understanding that I actually cannot control everywhere. Otherwise, like we are illusioned all the time that everything is under control.
Was it hard
We
for you?
need to be
Sorry.
control everything. No, it's okay.
That's the interrupting.
Yes, yes. Please go.
Was it hard for you to get your control away when you delegate your work? Because you told me you have a personal assistant and you have
Yes.
employees.
Yes.
So, and we have the very good statement I liked very much about one of the speakers some days ago, and she was like, "My business started growing when I stopped working.
Stopped working.
That was in my head, or
Yes.
it's still in my head, because
That's what I said.
so good. Did you?
That's my statement.
Oh,
That's my statement.
that's good.
So
I write down.
that's my statement.
Yeah.
So I would say that letting go for me came out of not as a decision, not as a strategy, but out of desperation. When I said desperation, because I reached a point in time when I just could not move anymore. So I had to rely on other people. Both health reasons and stress reasons. So I started delegating because there was no other alternative. At that time, I always remember this quote, possibly by Bill Gates. Possibly by Bill Gates, I'm not sure who wrote this. That it wrote something like, it's good to be lazy. The quote said something like, it's good to be lazy because when you are lazy, you are delegating more, and that makes you grow more.
Yeah.
Right? So the intention of that particular statement, I don't know, but like that phrase wise, it worked out well for me. So not that I was lazy, but like it just worked out in my
Yes.
favor that way.
Yeah. You
Especially
always
when
try to
I-
have control about everything.
Yes. And then I realized like when I'm not in control, actually the company is functioning much better.
You said something in the very first night with meeting the first time, which is a good leader must be lead from the back.
Leading from the back.
And this was so interesting for me too, because I always I think that you should be in front and motivate
Yes.
everyone. I think different leadership types,
Yes.
right? I'm more like I go front, I motivate you, let's go. But I think to be in the back and be delegate to another person who is motivating, that you can just be aware and do something else. This is maybe the next step for me this year, to
That's amazing.
try to lead from the back.
Yes.
And I think that's a lot to do. That has a lot to do with delegate.
I always think about it from a perspective that in case I'm not alive tomorrow, would my company die? So if I die tomorrow, hopefully nothing happens, but yeah, of course. But in case I am not there tomorrow, then the company should still survive.
Yeah.
Right? There are so many livelihoods depending on that particular company.
Yeah.
So I think the leader is every single person who is working inside the company. It's just the leader should be like a punching bag. Like in case something goes wrong, then they should come forward. When everything's going right, then they're just shouting from behind that, okay, guys, we are going right, we are doing great, we are going left, we are going straight. Right? But in case something goes wrong, then we are the first one to go and take the accountability for the sum. Yeah, we messed up.
Very good quote. I would definitely take a reel out of this. I loved it. I loved it so much. Do you have maybe 3 skills which you wish every leader have, or which you, because you said every employee should be a leader in some way, for themselves, also for the team. They should be aware what's going on. So I do have maybe 3 skills they should have. Or maybe mindset things. It doesn't need to be a career skill. It should be.
I would say number one for me is integrity. Integrity is because if we cannot trust people on their words, then it's really difficult to work with them long term. If you say that, okay, something is being done, then it's being done. So it should be as simple as it is. It's often not. But yeah, integrity, at least in values, I think is really a very attractive trait in a leader. Second is resilience. Because we are failing 99% of the times and succeeding 1%. So in case somebody is not resilient, we'll often find them complaining that, okay, Tushar, this is not working out. Tushar, this is going bad. I know everything is going bad, but what is going right or how we can do it better? So resilience is a great skill on that. I would say only 2. Yeah. How about you? What?
As a leader, I think it's which I struggle the most, and which I see as really important, is being more quiet, being more in the background.
Yes.
And let other people speak, and I heard a sentence which means if you want to be a good leader, then the people in the company should speak more, or should be
true.
When we have a success, they earn the success.
True.
As a good leader, you should just be, like you said, you should just talk and be there if something goes wrong, and not be we as a team did a really good job.
Yes.
Because I am the leader. It's more they did a nice job. Celebration on you, and put yourself back, and maybe don't earn any nice words, and give the good words to your team.
We anyway would get all the credit, so we don't need to be desperate about it.
Yes, and this is to not want the confirmation that you are the best.
Yes.
This to be quieter and to be you know what you can do, and you know that you're there, but you love to see your employees to succeed. I think that's
very good. Also, I would say this particular thing that you just said, I'm learning a lot of this from JCI. So in JCI, especially when you're running an NGO, that way, of course, in companies, we pay our employees, they get salaries, and they are obliged to work also in some way or the other. But in JCI, nobody's obliged to work, right? Because they're paying a membership fees and they're still volunteering and working. So if we are leading a JCI club also, I think that teaches us a lot with regards to leadership. Because here people are working from their own
purpose.
For their own purpose. So we need to understand their purpose.
Yeah.
We need to give them due credits. We need to take accountability of failures. So I think JCI is a great platform that, for me, I have learned a lot of leadership skills.
When did you come to JCI? Or maybe you can shortly, in 1 or 2 sentences, tell what JCI is. I don't know if everyone knows. I posted some videos about it when I was here, but nobody really got what I'm doing. So maybe in the short term.
As our national president of JCI India says, I would say JCI is a factory of young leaders. Yeah, in short. So when we say factory of young leaders, the whole purpose of JCI is to create leaders. When you enter JCI, you do whatever you want to do the parties, do community service, do trainings, but the entire objective is to get you out as a better leader. So every single meetings you attend, every protocol that you follow, everywhere that you go, it teaches us how to deal with people, how to be more empathetic, how to solve your own problems in some way or the other. Sometimes it might come just as a wisdom over drink. Sometimes it comes over a full-fledged training. But that exchange, like for example, even us, like we sitting, we had an exchange, right? Like of ideas
Yeah.
and thoughts.
Yes.
It does help us become a better person somewhere.
Yeah, completely. Because people, I think what I like the most is that you always meet people who have gone, I don't know, through the same problem you have right now.
Yes.
There's always a person
Yes.
who did or mastered this problem you have right now. You can get in touch with them. You can ask them everything. They're really open about
Correct.
money. They're really open about what they earned.
I saw
out
you
of
ask someone a question like how much money you have in the bank account. They were even open to that. Like
Yeah, maybe not when you put a video,
Yeah.
but you can ask everyone a lot.
Of course.
And this is amazing to have
Yes.
this network.
And sometimes you may understand what they're saying and accept it. Sometimes you might not. But either of the cases, like it makes us more open-minded.
Yeah.
And we also understand that okay, there's a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Possibly that's the way our employees have been looking at certain things which we have never understood. So yeah, it opens our mind to.
I think it was when I came to in Germany, it's a little bit different. You have JCI on top, but then we have smaller
Yes.
groups underneath. And I've been there because my former school director, she asked me because I was like, I lead like the 11th, 12th, and 13th class. So she asked me if I wanted to go to a discussion with a politician.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then these JCI people were there. And I had a conversation with this politician because she talked really, really shit. So, and I was like, wow. And she, then we had a discussion and she were like, oh, we like that you stand up and you are interested. Let's come to us. So, and then I was like, for a short time, was the youngest person in Germany in this network.
Okay.
Which I was really proud of.
That's amazing.
And I think I just became self-employed because of them.
Okay.
Because I always wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It was always my idea to do it. I when I was younger, I loved to do like business plans. I loved to do like Excel things. I loved it. But these people told me that I can actually do it and I just can move it. And I think it's very hard, very nice because if you're in a family where everyone is more not so, they don't want to have a lot of risk. They're more like, okay, you need to plan, you need to structure. And I'm like, no, I want to go. And these people were like,
that's
okay,
the power of community.
Push.
That's
and,
the power of community.
I wish that more people get aware of this network.
Correct.
And get into it because you have a lot of contacts. Contacts. You have a lot of people who are motivating and went the same way. I think it's
correct. But see, you could get something out of the community because you didn't go there to get something.
Yeah.
You went there to give something.
Yeah.
And then you got something back.
Yeah.
I think that's what most of the people are doing wrong when they think about any organization for that matter, JCI or anything. They always ask the question, what do I get?
Yeah, that's very true.
The question should be, what do I give? And then what do you get? Don't even worry about it. There are so many people to give you so many things. It will automatically come to you.
Yeah. I think it's also very interesting if you think in terms like, what can I give? You develop more.
Exactly.
Because you want to be a person who can give a lot, that you are valuable for the others. And I think that makes a lot with you too. I think we need to move on because we...
also, let's check if the camera is still working.
I hope I did... yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Camera was working?
It's already 48 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, we've talked a lot. Maybe we can get to the last thing.
Yes.
About future, because I think to end it with a good future thing. And then I would like to ask you one last question, which I can ask the next person in the next podcast as my starting question. Okay. Because then I don't have the problem with the starting questions anymore. So, yeah, I like problem solution. I had the problem with the starting question.
Let's do one question, Europe and India.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do something Europe and India.
Yeah. Do you have any idea about it? You can tell me.
What do Europeans do better in leadership development? Question like this.
do better, then I need to. I don't know if you can say it do better because I don't know the difference.
Okay.
But maybe you can say what's the most important. What the most important thing is for. I don't know if maybe it's first interesting to clear what are the differences
Yes, we
between
can possibly
Indian.
talk about that. There
German
was
leaders?
there was a rapid fire India versus Germany, like risk taking. Who does it better?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, or like work life balance,
Yeah. Go into it.
networking culture, punctuality.
Yes. Ask me. Now I'm giving the interview point to you. You can do it again. I've did an interview with him literally yesterday. No, the day before yesterday.
Yes.
And he started to turn it. You will see it. I will prepare it for you.
Give me 1 second.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you pause this also?
Yeah, I think I would just.
So it's a very multinational podcast that we are doing right now. That way, you're from Germany, I'm from India, and we are doing it
In
in
Bangkok.
Thailand, right? So let's understand like how the systems work in Germany and India. Like how is
Yeah.
it different? I've always been very interested about like how the German systems are. Well, the German system at first place, like there's a system, there's a structure, how everything is so calculated. What do you have to say about like the risk taking? Attitude or behavior in Germany?
I think in Germany we have kind of a problem, but also good. Depends on which state you are. That we think everything through.
Okay.
So also the risk. If we do like lists, we have, or like many people think about like pro, con, what could be like the outcome. Is it worth my
Okay.
input? And you think. Could be a year to do it.
Okay, so there's a lot of
Lot
from
of
what I
thinking
understand, lot
time.
of thinking. So there's a lot of risk management before the
Yes.
decision is taken.
Yes, and then you do the decision. But sometimes you have the problem because of this, that it's already too late to have
Already too late.
make a good decision. But people don't really like to make good decisions. Not good, but people don't really
Quick
like
decisions.
people don't really like to make a decision or to change something. I think.
Change something. Makes sense.
Makes
Well, India is completely different. Like here, you take the decision first and then think about whether it was good or bad.
You
later.
told me there's this fixing thing. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes, so India works on jugaad. Like in English, you say JUGAAD. It's temporary fixes. Temporary fixes is, for example, if your phone is broken. You won't think about like how to fix the entire phone, get a new phone. The first thing that you will worry about is how you can temporarily fix it so that it's working. Sometimes the temporary fixes is so good, it just becomes a part of the process. You can just Google sometime like Jugaad, Indian Jugaad, and you'll see really, really creative, innovative stuff. So we often say that India builds something like that can just stay put for that particular time, and Germany builds something to last. So of course, like industrial differences exist. So there are some industries which are building like sustainable, great products. But this Jugaad thing is very, very Indian. It's culturally very, culturally adaptive to Indian.
I think German people would be crazy about it. There's like, how can you like, if there's a problem, okay,
Yes.
obviously you need to fix it real quick.
Yes.
But then first thing you do it after this is like maybe go to the client or something, you think about it through and you put
Yes.
it in every corner of your business and to the solution development process, and you build a long-lasting, stable solution which you can put and integrate in your existing systems.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe
Well,
that's
sometimes for us, like it could be like temporary fixes, which becomes a long-lasting thing, like from that itself. But no, we survive on hindsight.
That's
We
right.
do it first, and then we think like.
It
whether
even makes
was
me
good or bad.
nervous just to think about it.
No, you do it first, and then you.
My German planning heart is going crazy. How about planning? Do you have a really structured, or not you, but in India, are people really structured? Do they do to-do lists, or do they really structure their day, or do they have a structured month or calendar or
Lately,
process?
yes. Lately, yes. Like that's coming from a lot of Western influence, but that's not working for Indians. Like it's seriously, absolutely not working for Indians. Why it's not working? Basically, because there are so many people. So we survive on relationships. So because it's relationships, now Angelina comes to me that Tushar, I want an orange juice at 3 a.m. Right? So I don't have any planning to do. Angelina, no worries. I'll get your morning juice at morning tomorrow. Right? Orange juice at morning tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. We'll get you an orange juice at 3 a.m. We'll use our contacts. We'll call 2 people. That, okay, can you open the shop for me?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody would answer like, yes, I can. Come to my shop. I'll get you an orange juice ready and take it. So that's how temporary fixes work. That's
Mhm.
through connections, relationships, leveraging the relationships, and they do like based on whatever the crisis is. Now, the what you might describe as a crisis in Germany, our crisis could be much smaller, like getting you an orange juice at 3 a.m. That's still a crisis.
Yeah, that's for sure. When I want orange juice, I really want an orange juice right now. What do you think was just the most important thing to think about or to keep in mind when you want to build a team
Mm.
out of Germans and Indians? So what should you clear first
Mm.
that this teamwork can actually work? Because,
Oh.
for example,
Okay, yeah,
just
please.
maybe a thing, punctuality.
Mhm.
German people are often 15 minutes earlier.
Mm.
Indian people, you said,
15
sometimes
minutes later?
later. So, for example, you need to have a conversation about it first, right?
Yes.
And do you have other things which you think are important for a work together?
Well, I would, if I had to create a team like that, I would have a German operational team, but an Indian sales team.
Mm-hmm.
Indian growth team, but everything related to quality check, operations, anything related to manufacturing operations, the German team. Because there are a few things in operations that cannot go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to reach the temporary fix
Mhm.
level of crisis.
Mm-hmm.
In sales, you have to use the temporary fixes because it's relationship and leverage driven. So, depending on the market, of course, also, I think this is pretty
So
much
you would separate the teams.
separate the teams for sure.
Not
for sure.
putting
Not putting together.
And what is when they do like, because when you build a big business, then obviously the teams have to.
The sales would be dependent on operations. Operations would be dependent on sales, but with one point of contact, I think that's manageable.
Yeah.
But not completely dependent on each other. I
Good.
think that could be a disaster.
That's very interesting.
No,
That's very
because I've
interesting.
heard from a lot of German companies as well who have a part of their team in India. They are very frustrated with regards to how they're functioning, and the Indians are frustrated with regards to how they are functioning.
Yeah,
But it's just the cultural differences, and it's interesting.
it's very interesting. I love it. I think
Right?
it's also like to have because when you never travel, thanks
Yes.
to traveling, you think everyone is like you.
Yes.
But when you then find out that there's another culture and there's other people with different values, it is so interesting because you see completely different ways of
Absolutely,
living.
absolutely, and
Especially
it's
when I
so-
came too late today and you were like, no worries. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it's the most embarrassing thing for me to come too late. And you're like, oh.
It's
I was
okay.
there in a yoga class and I came too late 5 minutes and she was like, oh, no worries. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it was like, no, it's good.
Last year when I
You're
was doing
here.
Grand Slam,
Enjoy that you're here.
I can understand your concern because, like last year when I was doing Grand Slam, I was in the European conference, and I was 5 minutes late for a training session. The door was closed. In one of the sessions, they did allow me in, but the room was looking at me like,
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Yes.
are you doing?
Yes.
Why are you even here at this
Directly
point?
get judged.
Right? And then I went to Tunisia for World Congress in JCI, and I was 2 hours late. Right? And people are like, yeah, please come. Did you have lunch? I can still get the lunch for
Yes,
you.
yes. This is a very Asian thing too, that people
I'm like,
just
wow.
aware of how you are.
I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
Nice.
Right?
That sounds good.
These cultural differences are insane, but I think that's the best part of traveling. When you learn about different cultures and how things are happening differently, I love it.
I love that people here in Asia are really willing to give. For
Yes.
example, we had the buffet, and it was very spicy. And she asked me like, "Do you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, I do like it. It's just very spicy." And she was like, "Oh, I can get you water. I can."
Yes.
And it's like, I think sometimes in the Western world, people they're nice, but they are a little bit like forced nice. It's these like you need to be nice some way, and
I don't know. I like that culture. So see, like different places,
No,
different.
it's not
things.
that it's forced.
I like
it's
the
not-
straightforwardness in Europe.
That's
Yes,
I like that
because
too.
even like me, I myself, I'm usually very straightforward. I'm like, I like you, I like you. I don't like you, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need to say that. Okay, it's okay, but
Yes.
yeah, blah blah blah. So
Yeah, but I do like that people are very honest. Like
Yes.
when they don't like you,
it's just
you feel like they
Yes.
don't like you, or they tell you. But I do like the awareness of that. People around you feel good.
yes.
This is more a thing here. Also, when I was in Africa, same thing. Like people were really like, you feel, for example, when the waitress came, it was not like it's because of her job.
Correct.
It's because she's doing her job of purpose, of being nice.
Yes.
And not she needs
People
to be
find fulfillment in just being themselves as human.
Yes, but I also think it's always because people when they're more chill and it's a culture thing, then you have both.
Yes.
You can't be nice to other people when you get the same.
It'll be very interesting for you to attend a workspace in the Asian country as well, if you have done it ever. So again, the office spaces are also very community driven.
Mm-hmm.
People are just having fun in the office also while working.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be working late also, but like they're having a lot of fun, like eating together, just moving across the desk, talking a lot. So it's more community driven, the work. In case a person is quitting the job, it would be more with regards to they not liking someone in the office than for money or for company reasons.
Okay, that's interesting. You said with the lunch thing. Do you do lunch breaks with your team, or is everyone doing the lunch breaks for themselves? And how long is a lunch break for you?
It's quite flexible, to be honest. Like different companies can shape it differently, but the lunch breaks happen together, and then it's okay for everybody to sit together and just have lunch.
How do you do it? Do you have an hour lunch break?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay. In Germany, you have the 30 minutes lunch break.
Yes.
And mostly everyone, like, lots of time. Everyone's getting their
but the thing is, like in Germany, you the pay is hourly, right? Here, the pay is monthly. So there's one monthly pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no hourly pay as such. So like in case you're working after 5 p.m.
Okay, you don't pay an hour. Okay.
So like overpay is more like, okay, an incentive that's there, but it's not like hourly. If you come office 15 minutes late, after 15-minute delays, you might be called into the office for a warning or something, but no auto deduction.
Okay, because in Germany, if you work longer or less, you need to write down the hours.
Exactly,
right?
and you get paid as per the sign and sign of time.
Yes, and sometimes you need to check out, even do you just a cigarette.
Exactly.
You need to check out, put your card.
Here now.
Yeah, I think this is when I have employees somewhere, I would love to don't have this as well. I think. Maybe not. Maybe do. I do. Maybe I do.
Maybe you do.
I think I do.
Maybe you do.
I like the mixture. I like the mixture, and I think an hour lunch break should be.
So imagine like if we want so much control, and then in this kind of workspace, like how do you have that control?
Yeah.
The more the control you'll have in India, the more you'll lose.
Yeah, in Germany it's not.
Yeah. So like if I tell everyone, okay, you have to strictly enter the office at 9:15, it's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah. You will directly get kicked out of your business if you come in
Germany. Like you give flexibility to people, they like everything and nice, they'll give the life to you.
Even they have sometimes they have these time like floating time. I don't know how it's called, when you can go to the office between 9 and 11.
Yes.
But when you come 11 every day, people will talk about you like, oh, how can this person be like so late? Even though it's okay, it's I think a very German thing, that it's punctuality and like and also a lot of people, I don't know if you have the same in India, they do always compare each other. Like they compare the work they do and the other people do, and then they think like, do I still get enough? Because why is this person can do 5 minutes later? Blah, blah, blah.
I don't think so. That comparison does exist, but more like a gossip thing. More like a gossip thing here. The thing is, one more thing I think is very different between India and Germany is people get increments and promotions much faster because they start much lower, and then there's still a scope of like however they're working. And I think in Germany, because the minimum pay itself is so high. So people start at somewhere, but the increment and promotion does not come very frequently, right? Probably once in 3 years, once in 2 years, after you really do something good.
Yeah.
But here you might get a promotion every 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, but it could be Could be a reason why they do like to work more, because if you feel seen more.
Correct.
You feel seen more. I think that's.
It's a big crowd, so everybody wants to be seen more.
Yeah.
Here. Because just to be someone who's more recognized in office, I think that's already a goal.
Yeah, I think the German people would like to be seen more too.
Yes. Okay, that's interesting.
I think people sometimes feel like a small part of a big company, and they feel not be seen. They feel not important. I think this is also a very interesting thing to give people more, like to tell them, hey, we don't have this. Sometimes you have like now there's a rule that, not a rule, but big organizations do it, that they have a meeting with their employees once a year, and sometimes they don't do it, and then people don't feel seen because they worry, they work, they hurry, they do everything they can do for the company, they work there every fucking day.
Yes.
And then people just not
recognize or appreciate them. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we need to stop it.
Yes.
We need
So
to
let's
stop
go
it.
to the last question, and I'll also take a request if you can just take one video here so that we can tag Cove C, and also you can just continue with the last question.
The future question.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to the last question.
You can just take a video of us and the setup also. Yeah. Hello.
Okay, I think this is a very, very nice question because we've talked about many different things, and if everything for you works out better than you expect right now,
okay,
what does an ideal day look in your life in maybe 5 days, or 5 years, or 3 years, but in the future?
Okay, an ideal day if everything works out.
What is the task you have to deal with, maybe?
Probably just chilling with my family, to be honest, because I currently don't give much time to my family. I'm just involved so much in work. So if I'm doing right things, then I should be able to build a system that I'm not working at all. Monitoring, yes. So I do check up on my employees. Just go there to have fun, like a joker, to just make them have fun, inspire them, not really monitor them. I know where my company is going, but it's going by itself. And I can spend more time with my friends, family, and things that I love. For example, learning a new hobby, learning new sports.
Yeah, that's
things
nice.
like that. So yeah,
that's a very good.
Traveling,
very important. Maybe more.
Traveling, more
get
important.
Back
very
into
important.
Traveling.
Very important.
That's very, very nice.
Yes. How about you? I'm really excited to know about this.
For me, a perfect day. I think a perfect day would be having a nice presentation in front of a school, because I just started to make some presentations in schools and tell people about how my life.
Can you take one like this? Sorry.
How my life. Now I need to give me a second. I go back and do it again.
Yes.
So if everything works out for me, how my perfect day looks like in a few years, I think I would love to give presentations to schools and motivate younger people and get them also to believe in themselves.
Okay.
I would love to have my social media company built out of maybe 10 to 15 people, and it's running themselves. I want to be a really nice employer. I would love to give them what we just talked about, and also lunch breaks, and also I would love to pay them to have free time. When they are creative, because social media is creative, I would love to say, okay, you have 2 hours, which I pay you, but you please just go outside in the park, do nothing. And I would, because I'm working really hard on how can I do yoga and do conscious living and also succeed. And I want to give this to my employees.
Wow, that's amazing.
Later, that they have the possibility to also see their friends more, to also spend more time with their family, because they are more productive in what they are doing, because they have more free time too.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really good to hear.
That would be really, really nice. Okay, the last thing I want to ask you is if you can tell me or if you can ask me a question for the next person. Because I don't want to think about the next question.
Okay.
Or the first question in the new interview, whoever it is.
What makes them think that they're qualified to be on a podcast?
That's a very good question. Love it. Thank you very, very much for this. Thank you very much for being here.
The next person would curse me.
Yeah, she's like, shit, what the fuck? But I can definitely directly see how her ego or his ego is. It would be a very nice opener. Yes. So again, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for just be here, be punctual.
It was amazing, Angelina. And just to talk.
Yes.
I for some point in time, I just forgot that I had a mic. It was just a playing toy for me.
Yes.
But
yes, we've been really good in the flow.
It's nice to talk.
Loved it. I have no contact to the camera at all. But maybe I do one last sentence for me later, or for the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, whoever you are, whoever is watching this. I hope that you are traveling. I hope that you get to know different cultures and to learn what you need to learn out of it, and put this in your life. So put your things together and book a flight and travel. See you.